There has been a lot of confusion around the Melville Precinct Plan and its objectives, and at a meeting with the councillor on Saturday, I was asked if I could put this into perspective. I personally feel that the fact that we are being actually consulted is a good move, and the fact that the plan is being developed by a resident of Richmond is in our favour. But we seem to have some stumbling blocks with regards to issues which are not part of the plan. The first issue being densification. So to set the record straight, the plan is not being produced to provide for any further densification in the suburb of Melville. We all know that densification in the surrounding areas and along the corridor of freedom affects our suburb indirectly. But there are regulations in place since 1976 which restrict issues of building heights and coverage, and those remain in force. At the numerous meetings, we have been given an opportunity to state our case to both the architects of the project as well as the City of Johannesburg in the form of Johannesburg Development Agency. In a number of cases, these meetings have also been used to express disappointment and irritation about issues in surrounding areas. So to put this into perspective, the basis of the plan is the following. Identify business and mixed-use nodes and contain them to prevent creep into residential areas. This is particularly relevant to areas such as Main Road, 4th Avenue and 7th Street. It also affects some of the areas in Richmond. To limit non-residential uses in areas. Issues such as illegal communes are a continual problem, alongside formal businesses utilising residential houses as business premises without the relevant permissions. Limit scale of buildings. This is related to densification, and there are already regulations in place to limit height and coverage. This set of regulations is already being ignored by a number of businesses, and we are told the intention is to start to regulate these more effectively. Limit certain land uses. As with the previous issue, there needs to be regulation and enforcement with regards to these issues. Protect and upgrade open spaces and promote heritage conservation. Melville has a rich history stretching back over a century, and we need to be aware of preserving the character of the suburb and the integrity of our heritage buildings. Improve traffic flow, motorised and non-motorised mobility routes. Traffic calming interventions. Upgrading of both road and pedestrian facilities. Improve street lighting. Many of these issues have been raised at the public meetings held to date, and the subcommittees who are working on the various issues have been making presentations in this regard. What we need to understand is that this is a process and it has time limits. We need people to engage with this precinct plan initiative so we can get a plan in place which will be good for our suburb. There is no way that everybody will be satisfied. In some cases, it will be looking at the bigger picture. And the opportunity to put our brushstroke on this canvas will be expiring in the reasonably near future. I think that it's essential that as residents we make sure our voices are heard. There are specific meetings planned to finalise input, which will be followed by a presentation of the whole plan before it is submitted to Council for their approval. The individual meetings will be held at 1800 hours in the atrium at 27 boxes, and the dates are as follows. 18th of July to discuss public space. 19th of July to discuss movement. 20th of July to discuss safety. 25th of July to discuss urban form. And 27th of July to discuss urban management. A date and venue for the presentation of the final overall plan will be announced. Let's not waste the opportunity to have an effective plan in place to help us protect our suburb. The precinct plan is a set of rules that will protect our suburb in the future. Let's not waste this opportunity.